in this time, in times like, like especially during the holidays, especially because it's all about family, right? That's what it's all about. It's all about family, and it's just like, hey, we live to die, but some of us can't even live to die. And I've said that last night on my live. I just feel like, this is God's plan, and we can't change it. We cannot go against life because this is how life happens.
True. So basically, you're
You know,
saying, well, yeah, because we're on a, we're not in heaven right now. We're in the world, so everything's supposed to be fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree. But back to my advice to you, I just feel like, um, if you try to just change up a little bit on some things, I feel like you would go further back on the internet with a stronger support system. I feel
Remember,
like you
I
have.
first hit you up because you were doing a content house. Remember, I got an old style. Like I said, I grew up off like the rapping music type of, approach. Where like me, I fought with you doing the content house. Me, I fought with maybe go getting a van, like how you had a party bus with, with cash out and everything. And I would like to hit different states, and then do meet and greets. You know what I'm saying? And meet and greets are not free. So I'm used to, charging people that watch you, people that like your content. That's the approach that I'm used to. If you want to come and see Machone, Cash Out, everybody, man, we're turning up in your city. It's $10 to enter. And I want to see a big ass fucking line outside that store as well. And, I want to make $700 to $1,000 that day.
Okay,
That's what I'm used to. I'm
I,
not
I
used
I hear
to,
you, but
I'm not used to holding everybody's hands that are grown adults and just being like, how can I help you today? Like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I'm so sorry you went through that. Like, oh my gosh, like, yo, nigga, shut the fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm a real hitter. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I have like more of a rapper, old school type of approach, man. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
But
I
that's
hear
how I
what you're
met you,
saying,
right? Keep it
but
100. I fought with you because you were doing the content house.
okay, yeah, that's what it was. Yes, but let me tell you this though: you can't come on the internet and tell them. I feel like I have to charge the people that watch me. That's not how you approach your people, fam.
That is, bro. What you
No,
mean?
it's
That's real
not.
life.
It's like telling them that they have to
It's
pay
just
you.
because we're not in a big enough, like, the reason why you're saying what you're saying, Michonne, is because I guess maybe the startup cost that it would take to do this, like, at that level, like a professional level, maybe just isn't in your direct, operation right now. Like, it's not your main focus. Like, so this is what you resulted to. Like, this is the easier way, is to come out and just do battles and just hold everyone's hand. For me, I'm still pushing for greatness. I'm still pushing for like shows. I'm still pushing for meet and greets. I'm still pushing to sell merch. That's another thing. How many people have actually sold merch here? Very old school, right? To sell merch. Me, I still operate like how an influencer should. You feel me? I'm gonna at least try and sell merch. You feel me? So let's keep it 100, bro. You know that's real.
Okay, and I get it. Okay. So let's just use. I'm going to use this as an example, only because I know some people that are in this in WWE, right? The wrestling promotion company. They do not go on live and say, "Hey, we're going to charge you. Y'all need to pay for this because if not, y'all cannot come over here and see us." They don't promote like that. You know how they promote? Hey, there's a show coming out. There's a show so and so day. Get your tickets here. They don't say you have to pay. You want to see me, you're going to have to pay. They don't tell you like that. That's not what you tell your people. That's not what you tell people that are watching you. That's not what you tell supporters, bro.
Um, I mean, I guess in a way you're right. They don't have to directly say that because, like I said, they have an entire operation. They have a website, they have a ticket generator, they have the fucking venue, they have the stage. You know what I'm saying? In that case, they probably pay that's another thing you have to understand. They probably pay like 10, 20 grand in just advertisements to be on the radio, for billboard. So they don't even want to talk 100 times. They just want to say one message and then market that message. While me, I'm doing everything kind of like by leg. Like for me to sell 100 pieces of merch, I had to like basically literally almost like door to door sales. I had to like hard sell my merch. You get what I'm trying to say?
And that's bad. And that's cool. That's badass. Like, that's badass that you go and you hustle like that. Just like you think right now, oh, but they have an operation company. Yeah, they do. Now they do. But back in the day, they had to push flyers out on the streets and everything.
Back in the day, they're probably doing what I'm doing now.
Exactly. But
No.
it creates an actual brand, an actual company, So don't think that I'm gonna tell you like this. Don't think that the people that watch you have to do anything for you because they don't have to do anything.
They
That's what a lot
don't.
of
Then they
people don't
can't be
understand.
mad whenever I just, have to go to the next, and I have to keep running it up. That's
Okay, but now check
like,
this out.
people get
With
so mad when they feel like, man, Lindo is moving on to the next thing or whatever, because you know what I'm saying? I was taught to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm
okay.
trained to go.
Now
I can't stick around for too
this
long,
one
man.
might kind of mind kind of buggle you a little bit, but if you go on to the next and you stop coming on live, you think they're gonna care?
Nah, I always come on live, but I'm saying there's always going to be a new venture, something that I got to go crazy on. You feel me?
Okay, I was gonna say you think that they care because they're not gonna care. They're
Oh,
gonna go
yeah.
watch the next person over,
And
all
that's the
because you
thing.
were telling them that they have to
I
give you
feel
money.
like I feel like cancel culture is a real thing because I hate people that act like they can't get canceled. But I'm not going to sit here and act like anybody that watches me is going to reflect like that's literally going to stop my views. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing about me, chat, is I'm always going to float around the 100, 150, 200 view mark. Maybe someone will come and join, get me to 300. So I never gave a fuck about a viewer. I'm just going to be honest. And that's what's probably made me so polarizing. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give that to the Island Boys too. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here, missing and caring about every single one person when you have hundreds of people out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's the hard truth. And you got to be more like that too, Machan.
Like what?
You got to stop caring about every single singular viewer.
I do care about them, and the reason why I care about them is because they're what make me. They are what support me, and they're the reason why I don't come on live saying they need to CA me and PP me because they already support me.
Hey, yo, man, thank you so much for the heart me. But let's be honest, though. I feel like you have your seasons, right? Like, I see you coming out now with Cash Out. But there was also a time where you and Cash Out fell out and you was done for. I haven't seen you. You had a 5 month break. See, that will never be me. That will never be me. Because you depended on that relationship with Cash Out, and you depended on what people cared about you and what they thought about you in
Okay,
your chat.
Lindo, you don't know about me. Let me tell you
I'm just
this.
being
You know
real.
how I met Cash Out?
All I know is you took a big break after Cash Out.
How I go live every day.
No, you took a big break after the whole Cash Out thing, and there was even a point where I had Hoodrich, I think, in my crib, and that was the point where I think you was, like, like you was worried about, I guess, Hoodrich talking about you and D Kane. Like you was always so worried about what people said about you.
Fam, do you know that I met Cash Out by arguing with her and became friends with her, and I haven't had a argument with her since?
Well, I do remember.
You see, you don't know that.
He said something negative about you, and you kind of took a big break.
No, never. I've never taken a big break.
So what happened after the content house?
Look, Little Bit has been watching
Remember
me
with
since I first
Marco?
started.
Yeah, with Marco and
Oh, that was all a skit. That was all a skit. That was literally all a skit.
How come
And I
you
told
got
my people that.
How come you got so real pressed with Hoodrich?
Because he was getting into our skit, to D Kane's skit. We all, bro, why would I be like with D Kane? Why? Now. Because, bro, it's all a skit.
Because
And
now
you
guys are
it's entertainment.
Well, especially D Kane, he's a little bit codependent with you because, he has nothing but hate.
And he lives like 10 minutes from my house.
He's codependent off your relationship. Even though he pushed you away for most of his fame, now that you're still in his corner, he's using you and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can think whatever you want, but I'm going to tell you like this.
D Kane cared more at the time about, I don't know what, about himself. And now he's realizing that he needs you and even he needs Cash Out. But he was the same person that, apparently peed on Cash Out.
And you see, and you at this point, it's giving.
That's not good content.
It's giving fan energy because you're believing everything that you see on the internet.
No, I'm just saying, a real person that knows what they're doing with their fame can take someone like you or Cash Out and actually, like you said, carry out your dreams of that content house. He actually could have been almost like the star of your content house and it could have been successful. But he wasn't worried about that. He was worried about, doing, horrific things to women.
Whenever I was doing the content house, DK was in jail. So what are you even talking about?
Okay, but what about right now?
He's on monitor. He cannot leave his house at all. He can't even leave. He has to
You
go.
can always request your new home because
How is the content house going to be his new home? It takes 30 days.
that would be if you're going to reside there. That would be your new crib.
For 2 weeks.
You see what I'm saying? So
I'm in Texas. Things work different over here. So I don't know if you know
I'm being real. You know I'm being real, Machone. He didn't believe in your ideas back then. Even Marco,
I've only been on here, 10 months, 11 months.
Even Marco and even Marco and Cash Out didn't 100% agree with your vision back then.
They flew out here.
They all cared about.
You're talking about back then. This happened in April.
Okay, then that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like, you're making it seem like it was years ago. This was just in April, and they all flew out here. So it doesn't make any sense.
This was not actually April. Actually, no, I'm actually not going to allow you to say that was April. This was not 4 or 5 months ago. This was over a year ago because.
You want me to screenshot one of my photos that shows that they were here?
Guzman was still out around this time.
Guzman went to jail in July.
When you tried doing your thing with Hannah Lay and
that was in April.
No, with Hannah Lay and Big Cash Out was not in April.
That was in April, brother.
No, show proof.
If I show proof, you send me a lion. Let me go get my picture. Give me 1 second.
I'm not gonna send you no lion, bro, but I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? Because it was February, chat, when I went to Houston. That's when I met D-Kane. And Machone and D-Kane drama was already done with at that time, so it had to be before February.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Right,
now let me show you. What day does that say up there? April what?
You're showing us a picture of you hanging out with.
That was when they were here at the content house, bro. Even Becca was here April 3rd.
January, February, March, April. I mean, fuck it, whatever.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm not gonna lie about that, bro. I'm telling you, I know the dates. In fact, my first live I ever did was in January, the end of January.
Well, I met him in February. You know that? I met D-Kane in February.
Yeah, we linked up with Ash Trevino in January, and then I went viral. And then D-Kane went to jail. He got out. Then he went over there to Houston, did a 20v1, and then he got arrested again. Bro, I'm not. I don't know if you really think I've been on the app longer than a year. I have not. I have not been on TikTok longer than a year. It will be a year in January that I have.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Maybe, everything happens for a reason. Maybe he needed to sit back and realize, but now maybe you and D-Kane could work.
We can't work. He has a bad background, and I won't do anything with him until he's either proven guilty or innocent.
And once he's proven guilty, you'll work with him and shit?
If he's guilty, I will not work with him. Yeah, I don't condone CP charges and stuff like that. I don't do that.
Okay, that's respectable and shit like that.
I mean, so would you collab with him even if he's guilty?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really, worried about working with me. I make great content with whoever's around me. I'm not really worried about going to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So he's never been on my list. Basically, I've never really you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I just hope that what I've told you, I hope that it can give you some advice or some influence to do something a little bit better.
Somebody said, I'm not even gonna respond to that. But yeah, remember guys, I go and visit people that could potentially be nobodies, but maybe I am interested in them. It could be romantically or whatever. Those are who you might have seen me catch fights to or fly out. But
so, what about Alpha?
I didn't fly out to Alpha. I actually, met him on the way, on the drive.
You went to Houston to go and link up with him, or Galveston.
That's what I'm saying, but I was already driving. And plus, Alpha only has 50K followers at most at his biggest account. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's what I'm saying. If you're comparing Alpha and D-Kane, that just proves my point. I
No, you
literally
said that you go and see women for that,
No,
but
I'm saying like I go with the people that surround me, that's in my community. I don't go out my way just because somebody has followers or they're super controversial. That's the problem with most people. Like I said, a lot of times, if you don't have 2 or 3 thousand views, people will just kind of like mark you off as irrelevant, or you don't know what you're doing on TikTok, or you don't got no supporters because they're so clouded by D Kane and Island Boys, and they think that is good content. How is it good content because you mistreat women and you get viewers off of that?
okay. So can you provide better content?
That's what I do. I provide the best content. You know what I'm saying? I provide
Let me
the
go look
best
at your page.
content.
Hold on. Let me look at your page.
And my content is an inflated hype. You don't come and you don't see 12,000 viewers and you're just like forced to believe it's good content. No, you have to pick and decide if you fuck with me. Because if I have 100 viewers, if I have 30 viewers, I'm still going to do me.
I just see you with the people that you're talking shit about. I see you in videos with them on your page.
Who am I talking shit about?
Well, like you're saying, like people are so into it with the Island Boys and with Stella and all this, but those are the people you have on your page.
I don't have the Island Boys on my page actually, but to be honest with you, remember those are people that are directly like in my community in a way. Like they come and join themselves, or they came to me. Like Stella came to me even the very first time I met up with her a year ago. She dropped me gifts and told me to come hang out with her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, badass. Cool. But I hope this conversation, sits well with you. I'm not on my trolling time right now. I'm just having a normal conversation. This isn't even Metron talking. It's Frankie. I use my Frankie person right now because that's who I am. That's truly me. Metron is just a character that I play on the internet. Okay, I'm a character. So I hope that anything that I've told you or anything, I hope you don't take it offensive. I just hope that you take some kind of advice from me. I don't think I have the most perfect advice because no one's perfect, and you can never be too perfect on the internet, right?
Well, you wanted me to come and hang out with you as well at your content house. Like me and you are cool. You just kind of have like this way of like judging my means of monetizing. Other than that, I think you follow me.
You wanted to come out to my content house. That's correct, that part. And I wasn't, disagreeing of it. I said that was cool. You could have. So don't think that, I'm just going to take discredit. Yeah, you wanted to come and I agreed. And I said, cool. But I feel like you can do a lot. I'm telling you, genuinely, you can do a lot on the internet. You can be somebody on the internet, but I feel like you're going about it the wrong way. Me as a supporter and viewer of multiple people that are on this internet, because I'm not just a TikToker or whatever it is that you want to call me, but I do support people and I do watch people. I am a fan of people as well. I am a supporter of people. And when I watch you, I did support you at one time. And it wasn't because of Guzman. Because mind you, I've gone live with Guzman. We follow each other on TikTok. Like I've done all that before I even knew who you were. So for you to sit here and say that wasn't true.
But you're not really like an active supporter of mine as well, though. Like you're someone that
I'm not anymore. No.
You never were. You may have dropped like 5 or 6 galaxies on me.
You just said that I dropped you 10, 12 galaxies. Now I dropped you 5.
Let's just say you dropped me 20 galaxies. Let me actually double it for you. Once TikTok takes 50% and you gave me $100 out of all that, you think I'm gonna be like forever enslaved to you?
Fam, you've never even gifted me a heart me or a double tap.
I'm just saying, you can literally go to a state you've never been to before. You could go to a boutique. And I'm serious. You could go to
that just shows you're ungrateful, fam.
No, just listen. You could go to a whole new state and you could spend $100 in a new store and you'll never go to that store ever again. You think that store owner's worried about you, and are you worried about that store owner? The only difference between me and the store that you just visited in another state is you are like attracted to me. You know what I'm saying? Like whether it's the drama. Like you're gonna keep coming back, except sometimes you're not shopping again. So at that point, I'm gonna label you as a loiterer. You know what I'm saying? You're loitering around my store, and you haven't bought anything. So that's when I block people.
There's nothing to buy.
There's a lot to buy. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to buy. I'm always putting.
And this is why I stopped gifting you. This is why I stopped supporting you.
But I'm just saying, listen, if you go to the store, right, and you needed to get something from the store, you never go back again. Okay, your business is completely mutual, and you guys are fine, right? Now, if you keep coming back to a store, you know what I'm saying, and you're not shopping, you don't think the person's gonna say something?
Okay, let me tell you this, bro.
You
This
came to
isn't
me.
this isn't
I
a
never even
store.
been in. I'm being honest. I've never even been to your boxes before. Now you're in my boxes. You know that I'm compelling and I'm attractive.
Okay, what?
And yes, this is a store, bro.
Well, okay, Lindo, I think you're taking it somewhere else. I just feel like I've supported you before and I stopped supporting you. I'm a 37 badge. That means I spent well over $60,000 on this app in less than a year. Okay.
So why do you come back to Lindo World?
Oh, I scroll on TikTok. I just scroll on TikTok. We're friends on here, so you're gonna pop up on my screen.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you fuck with me.
I don't fuck with you like that. I just was trying to give you some advice.
All right, do me a favor. Can you at least go repost some of my content?
Yeah. Can you do me a favor?
Repost my video.
Can you do me a favor?
Yo, what's up? What you need from me, man?
Can you repost my videos?
Okay, did you post a new video on your account?
Whatever videos I got there.
Okay, I'm gonna repost 2 of your videos. I need you to repost my music video with Stella. Just hit the yellow repost button. If you add it to your story, I'll give you even more kudos. And I'll do the same.
I won't add it to my story because my
same.
content's about me. But
bro, chill out. You probably get 3,000 story views. Okay, just vibe. Listen, just hit the repost button.
Wait,
then.
what?
I'm gonna hit the repost button.
Lindo, you know that I pull views, but that's not even the case. Bro, what? I go live and I sit at 500, 600, 700 people watching me, fam. And if you're worried about views doesn't get you paid, and you know that.
Actually, does get you paid.
But I will leave with this.
So are you gonna repost my music video?
I said as long as you do mine, yes.
Okay.
I feel like
my video with
I feel like you need to be a little more humble. You are not a celebrity. I am not a celebrity. Okay, we are not
so
famous
humble.
people. Okay,
I make more humbling earning than you.
Excuse me?
I probably make a more humbling earning than you.
You make more earning than me?
I make more of a humbling earning than you.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna let you have it. I drive a 2026 Cadillac Escalade because of my supporters, and I bought a brand new home because of my supporters. But you have an amazing day, Lindo. I hope that my advice helps you.
Okay, you just brought my point. You just literally proved my point. He just said that he's writing and all this new shit. Chat, I'm still doing me, chat, no matter what the circumstances are. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real, chat. And to be real with y'all, I can flex a lot of things that my supporters have done for me. I'm not gonna act like I haven't had an extravagant, even if it wasn't, the best means, I was able to travel around the entire US based off my supporters. Yeah, it wasn't, the most luxurious, comfortable stay ever, but man, I went crazy, chat. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my biggest moral of the story that I've been saying is when I was living in my apartment, that was also a luxurious apartment, a lot of people was coming around me that didn't have shit, but they had cash, and they acted like they had so much going for them, but really, I just started doing exactly what everyone around me started doing. I stopped paying rent, and now I have more money to do music videos and do this and do that. You get what I'm trying to say? A lot of these people, like, you want to even talk about the Island Boys? The Island Boys got repossessed cars. They no longer have a crib. They're Ubering from place to place, and that's why they have the extra funds to do things. But yet you guys aren't so invested in their pockets because they'll flood your content or they'll flood your feed with negativity. Me, you guys are so focused on every little thing I do because, the moves that I make aren't as drastic. So it could be something super small, like me shaving my beard, and you guys will literally be on that shit. Am I right or wrong, chat? I start wearing glasses, you guys will comment. I start shaving my beard, you guys will comment. Because there's less things going on when it comes to me. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm just being real, bro. But we're really all in the same boat. You know, I'm sure that they make some money on Snapchat. You know, they also inflate everything. I mean, I seen that apparently they owed $90,000 to their, you know, their landlord. But then when you really dig into it, they don't owe $90,000. That's just inflated numbers. You know, basically they had like $6,000 to $8,000 rent, and I think it's stacked up for 2 to 3 months at tops, which is 18 to 20,000. And then they replaced a whole bunch of like furniture and this and that, and then they basically started adding up all these costs to where it ended up being 90,000. But you know, the way that they narrate it, you would think that they paid 30 grand a month, 30 grand a month for their fucking Airbnbs or apartments, and that to me is very, very bad influence. Because then you have all these people thinking that they could never do what you do because it costs 30 grand to live where you're at. You know, like a lot of people watching the Island Boys are probably like, fuck, you know, I could never make it as a TikToker. I couldn't imagine paying 30 grand a month. And they'll literally like go on with allowing you to think this, when in all actuality, their rent is 6 to 7 grand. You know, not saying 6 to 7,000 isn't a lot, but it's way more achievable than 30 grand a month. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, you guys like inflated bullshit, and I'm the one that tells you you're stupid, and then you get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Just because these glasses don't say Dolce & Gabbana, just because these glasses don't say Chanel or whatever, you guys might overlook my content. But I'll actually preach way better messages, and I'll actually teach you a lot more. You guys are just into the hype. You guys are into the hype. You guys are not content creators. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Now everyone's being quiet because they know it's true. They know that they get hit with inflated prices and inflated numbers, and they fall for it every single time. And to be honest with you, sometimes you guys believe it so much, you end up fooling the creators. Hey, what's up, dopest content? You know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I seen a little bit of the Coco Memphis shit going on. Man, that shit does look like a skit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That shit looks like she knows how to cry on demand now. But I don't think that she's doing it on purpose. I think that you guys have created such a importance on some of these fabricated pieces of content that you guys are like holding a lot of these content creators like accountable for things that are literally done in fun. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you see Memphis and Coco, they both literally agreed that they can go hang out with a new man or a new female, whatever, and everyone's on terms with it. Everything's all cool. And then when they go and do it, now you guys want to come at the female and say that she's a weak female and this and that. And it's like, do you guys not just forget that this is content at the end of the day? That there's supposed to be a separation between content and real life? A lot of the viewers make this real. You want to know why the viewers make it real? The viewers make it real because they're so obsessed with knowing what's real and what's not that they go crazy. And it comes from a lot of the inflation. You know, it comes from, I can't believe this person is paying $30,000 a month in rent. Like, just that statistic alone, like that, like whatever, gets people really invested because they feel like this person is living a life that is unachievable, that they can't create themselves, that they can't do themselves. So then they become overly invested with your fall off, with taking you down. But all these people are just normal people, chat. We're all human at the end of the day. But you guys are just so obsessed with designer clothes, designer sunglasses, $30,000 Airbnbs that you're gonna take this fool down. That's really how you guys look at it. A lot of you guys have very hateful and very passionate hate towards people that are doing well or just happy with their life or with their decisions. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you see it a lot of times with even relationships. If I'm happy with somebody, you know, here comes TikTok to ruin that relationship. Let's just be real, man.